I welcome you all to the fourth episode of Alumni Connect. Today's session is on machine learning and data science, and to have a discussion on the same, we have with us Ashish Chauhan sir, who's from the batch of 2013, and Apurv Agarwal sir from the batch of 2014. Ashish sir is currently working as a machine learning architect in Quantify, and Apurv sir is currently working as a data scientist in Microsoft. So it is a pleasure having both of you with us.
I passed in 2014. Then I did my post graduation from IIT Bombay, and for the past 4 years I'm working in Microsoft. My work is kind of related to query search and ranking of product ads in Bing search engine. It involves most of like machine learning or yeah, kind of those things.
I finished my bachelor's from IIT in 2013. Worked in signal and telecom company. It was shitty, the most shittiest job that I've done. And it was in Kerala. And then I moved to Bangalore for some IT job. Did for almost 2 years in Capgemini. And then I did my master's from Penn State University in data science. And finally, I'm here working as a machine learning solutions architect at Quantify. My role is to formulate a business problem into machine learning solutions and help the team to deploy on Google Cloud or AWS cloud services platforms. What is the best roadmap to learning ML? What are the resources one must refer to in the process, right? First thing I would say would be, I guess you have to reason everything. That's very important. I would say second thing that helped me was making good friends and involving myself in different extracurricular activities. Optimization in life is also very important. That's जुगाड़, right? तुम्हें जुगाड़ करना आना चाहिए. Third thing would be read books. जितनी ज़्यादा books पढ़ सको, ये मतलब ये text book में नहीं कह रहा हूँ. Read fiction, non-fiction. I would say non-fiction because that's the one thing that you learn. Fourth one would be, I think, every day is a new day. That this goes without saying. Hard work and discipline, right? जैसे thermodynamics के law आया once, first, second, third. फिर सबसे fundamental आया तो उसको zeroth रख दिया, right? So I think this would be the zeroth law, right? Hard work and discipline. These are catalysts that always enhances, your efficiency.
Knowledge is very important, I feel. If you are like, suppose there are people like who are not performing, like who are not the toppers in your class, if you are not the topper of the class or something like that, right? Basically, that is not an important thing. If you if you are suppose reading something or studying something, it is very important that you understand it fully. Whatever concepts or whatever things you learn, just make sure that they stays with you for life.
The first thing I would say is learn Python. It's not. I'm not saying like it's going to be the future of language for 100 years, but at least Python, Julia. I mean, learn Python. Okay. So if there are people who are here who don't have a computer science background, that's one thing. Now there is one course called Python for everybody in Coursera. Okay. And then I would recommend applied machine learning using Python. That's also on Coursera. And then there is a course by Dr. Andrew Ang. It's machine learning, just machine learning. That's also on Coursera, but it's on Octave. You go through those lectures and you'll find the assignment on GitHub repo on Python. So just Google search it. Okay. So that you have practice of all these assignments and all. Okay. And then you can move for Kaggle, or you can also finish deeplearning.ai. There are 5 or 6 courses there as well. And then you can move to Kaggle and start practicing. Okay. So I think this is going to be a very long journey for you guys. It's like it might take 8 to 10 months. If someone is in final year, they can just move to Python, right? And then apply machine learning using Python and then directly move to deeplearning.ai. It depends. These are the more the time you have, just try to grasp all this knowledge from here and there. And just one thing I would recommend is there is a cloud certification called Associate Cloud Engineer in Google or maybe for AWS, like the most basic certification that you can do in Azure or maybe AWS or maybe GCP. AWS is Amazon's web services and GCP is Google Cloud Platform. कोई भी एक चूज करो तुम एक, है ना, और उसका एक सर्टिफिकेशन कर लो और तुम्हें अगर और ज्यादा डीप जाना है तो टेंसरफ्लो के सर्टिफिकेशंस भी उन्होंने इंट्रोड्यूस किए हैं गूगल ने.
How do these people start the career? I mean, how do they? How can they enter the industry basically?
Like, of course, you can go for masters, and you can try for whatever the preferred sector you want to go in. But the other one is you have to apply, and applying, I think LinkedIn is a very good resource. One,
I think if you are in fourth year, right? I mean, try to have more projects kind of thing. If you have some projects or any certificates or from Coursera and all that, that will help. And I think startup thing which Shishir mentioned, that was a perfectly valid thing. So apply to those startups. They don't. I mean, startups generally don't care in the starting about your college. If you have some good experience and you're ready to learn, I think they will definitely give consideration.
is competitive programming really necessary for fields like data science or machine learning? Uh, I think for me it was, yeah, it is. I'm not sure in India what's the criteria.
It's a
Who's
first
currently
filter. It's a first filter which any company will apply. Um, so you have to do this. I mean,
how do data scientists get hired? What is expected from the person applying for the job? I would recommend first go through machine learning concepts, right? And once you have honed the fundamentals, right, then I think you can start with competitive coding, because the knowledge, theoretical knowledge, it's going to be more theoretical on the ML front, right? But over here you'll have to practice a lot.
coding and all are the prerequisites. After that, basically in the interview, the only thing they look for is you have some basic knowledge and you can reason on anything. I mean, you can give a solution. You can think loud, or basically you can give some good solution. They don't look for perfect solutions for interviews at least.
What's the actual importance of DSA while on the path of being a data scientist?
Data science algorithm is important for every computer scientist. I mean, if you want to do anything in the computer science, I mean, make sure that you I mean, if you know this, then it is better for you. I think that's. I think understanding DSA is like understanding logic, nothing more than that. If you are thorough with this, I think you will be able to reason better in whatever. I think most of the tasks need these things in your job.
Is data engineering knowledge good to have? I'm not sure what it's written. To become,
To become a data scientist. Yeah, I think it's an added advantage. You'll become a unicorn. I think for in my company, they usually call the person who knows ML, who knows software engineering, data engineering, and platform engineering. They're called unicorns. I think it's good thing to learn.
How important is solving challenges in Kaggle is like how important is to solve practice maths. Basically, if somebody gives you a question and you can solve that, you can do all that. Whatever he asks, you don't need to practice. Otherwise, just analyze yourself where you are. Just see some questions. There is no hard and fast rule that you need to solve challenges. It's always better to solve that. That's all.
what is the essence or importance of the combination of big data with cloud computing?
Cloud is going to be the future for some time at least, because a lot of companies are now moving to cloud. There has been a few companies like financial sectors like bank and all, they don't want to share their data on cloud.
It depends on what your interests are. These two things are, they can help each other. But if you are interested, there are people who works just on cloud. I mean, you will not be working alone first, right? If you are like a big company. If you're interested in more kind of implementation or like deploying Azure and all that, then also there's scope for both of these people. I mean, both of the people will be there for at least some years in the industry.
How much does a ML project? How much can it add to the resume? Right?
If it's a data science like ML job, right? I mean, they will clearly see that and they will answer that question. They will ask this question. If you are comparing with somebody who don't have that project, that you will have an added advantage.
Can we display casual competition as projects in resumes since we are making models?
I think it's better like if you have achieved some rank or something, right? I mean, that would be better as an achievement, I guess.
So if you'd like to add something in here.
Just study whatever you want to, and I mean, enjoy them. Spend more time in the things you like more.
So it was wonderful talking to you guys. Work hard, but make memories as well, you know.
Apursa and Ashish sir, it was really nice having you among us. So it's really overwhelming to know like our seniors are doing so well in life, and it not only motivates us, but it's also like you guys have our back, and it's really nice these sessions, and we get to connect with you. So it's a wonderful feeling. So
Okay, guys, I
thank
think let's wrap up. Thank you so much. It
Thank
was
you.
wonderful talking to you. Take care.
Bye bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.